Hello, students. Welcome back to the history classes. But before I begin the class, let me ask you about your health and safety. I hope COVID 19 has no impact whatsoever on your health, mental and physical, and you are remaining safe within the bounds of your home along with the kith and kins. Let us get back to the classes. If you remember, we were talking in the last class about 5 W's and 1 H. These 5 W's and 1 H need to be answered while making notes, while making an understanding of French Revolution. These W's and H form the bulk of questions we need to get an answer for that. Today we are going to discuss the reasons of French Revolution. And the French Revolution, like any other revolution, had a set of reasons for its outbreak. The reasons are social, economic, political, and intellectual. Let us begin with social reasons. The French society in 18th century was divided in three classes. The classes were called states. First state, represented by the clergy. Clergy within itself had two classes, the higher clergy and the lower clergy. The clergy were the people who were officiating, who were responsible for different roles in the Roman Catholic Church. The second state was the nobility. Nobility in its turn had also two sets, two stratas. The nobles, who were the courtiers in the French monarch's court, and the provincial nobles, the nobles who were representing king in different areas of France. And then comes the third state, and perhaps the most important state that actually led the French Revolution. You would be surprised to know that the bulk of the French population was represented by third estate. The third estate had in it artisans, peasants, laborers, lawyers, intellectuals, and so on and so forth. And out of these classes, out of these third estate people, what was coming in the European society called middle class or the middle classes, also known as bourgeoisie, was a part of third estate. And had there been no bourgeoisie or the second or the middle class, there would have been no leadership for the French Revolution. So the bourgeoisie or the middle classes provided leadership during the French Revolution, and perhaps the most formidable and important name coming out of this bourgeoisie was Maximilien Robespierre, who spearheaded the French Revolution and turned the tables while he was facing monarchy as his foe. The stark differences between the fortunes of the two upper states and the third states were actually making the life of the third estate people uneasy. The first two states and the king and the queen lived in pomp, of course in royal glory and extravaganza, while on the other hand, the people of third state, the only people to pay taxes for the pomp and show of the French monarch, were the oppressed lot. And this oppression, this social stratification, not so prudent, I would say, was giving the French society a reason to rise against the monarch. And these masses became, the power of the masses became perhaps the most formidable power the French monarch had ever faced. Thank you very much for this brief class today. We will take up another short lecture talking about political or economic reason, and these brief lectures will give you a peep into the French Revolution and will make you comfortable while taking up the lecture and also while flicking through the pages of your NCERT book. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Stay happy, stay safe.